what it means to be trans species, and
I consider myself a British Columbia wolf and red fox therian.
Might just dare you to shred.
Oh, this means I'm a horse therian because, you know, I have a phantom shift of having hooves.
No. And it feels real when I describe myself as an orc.
Sure, let's pretend that this is all normal, because we have to be afraid of hurting people's feelings. Hi guys, it's Misha, and welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to be looking at therians and something called Otherkin. Basically, these individuals believe that they are not entirely human, and they could be fantasy creatures, animals, yeah. We're going to take a look at some videos and some TikToks and try to figure out what this really is, but from what I understand, people feel spiritually or physically that they should not be human. Instead, they were meant to be animals or fantasy creatures or aliens, I don't know. Wish me luck. I'm wishing you luck to get through the video. But before we begin, please make sure to hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so that you don't miss any of my videos. One of the first videos that pops up when you search this, so I thought we would take a look at that.
I trying to become an elf.
You're trying to become an elf?
Yeah, I'm doing a lot of plastic surgery.
The elf has a cool accent.
I consider myself a British Columbia wolf and red fox therian.
Oh, I remember this person. Do you guys remember that wolf video?
On all levels except physical, I am a wolf.
Something that doesn't look really natural.
Okay, pause. Isn't this some sort of mental disorder? An identity crisis? It sounds like they're going through something, and this could be a coping mechanism.
He went into this anime phase. You have to watch Wolf's Rain. What is Wolf? You have to watch it. I'm not going to tell you the plot. You just have to watch it. So I watch it. I see, you know, the intro with Kiba, that's the main character, the white wolf, and I'm like, this is me.
Why does anime always seem to be involved? I swear to God, there's some sort of link or connection going on. And no hate against people that like anime. I've watched a lot of anime, but what is, there's a connection. I swear to God. Maybe it's like escapism. Maybe that's what it is, especially with the anime thing. Because, you know, they saw this wolf and they went, oh my God, that is me.
By age 12, I knew I was a wolf.
I knew I was a wolf? What do you mean by that?
I'm a fortress!
Next surgery, for example, will be a mask under my skin.
Under your skin?
Yeah, it's my entire chin, my entire jawline, like a plastic mask under my face. Around 30. The worst was in my eyes, but for the shape.
You changed the shape of your eyes?
Yeah, I had terrible. I screamed when I woke up from the surgery. It was so bad that I wanted to tear my eyes apart because they hurt so much. It was like razors in my eyeball.
He went through so much, like these super crazy body modifications to match what you feel inside. But what if you feel like you're a wolf or an elf? I mean, what are you gonna... And we could go on and say, oh yeah, but they can do what they want, it makes them happy. But I'm also thinking about the doctor's responsibility. Like, shouldn't the doctor ask, like the plastic surgeon, shouldn't he ask, why are you doing this? Is this gonna make you feel like more confident? Or like, where do we draw the line? What's the end goal? Because you're not actually going to become an elf. This seems a lot like with younger, you know, girls who always go into plastic surgery to drastically change the look of their face. They always feel like something is wrong, even if they look totally fine. And of course this can happen to men, but it's predominantly females. It's like you're never going to be happy. It's up here. Okay, but if they believe that this is some reincarnation, then shouldn't you accept that this is your body now, this is your vessel, you are now a human? You're no longer a wolf. You have to come to terms with the fact that you are now a human. So therapy would be a great option either way.
Doing like a barbecue with my own ribs sounds really extreme and strange, and I would love to see how I taste.
You would get your ribs removed to have a thinner waist, and then you would eat your ribs over a barbecue to know how you taste?
That's exactly what I'm saying.
Okay, and I'm not allowed to judge that? That's straight up cannibalism. Can we question their sanity if they're claiming that they're an elf? Or is that not allowed?
I might just dare you to shred.
But I find this very strange because in the furry community, there's a lot of adult themes and there's a lot of kids doing this. They see like these animals and they look cool and all these colors. It's just, it doesn't sit right with me. The stuff that goes on in this community, like they go to school with cat ears and dog ears and tails and they bark and meow and teachers aren't allowed to question it. It's all very strange, and it's like, where are the parental rights? The parents can't know about it. Schools are becoming anything but a place to learn, okay? Now it's to affirm your cat identity. It's like that horse girl meme on steroids, you know? In a lot of public schools, there was always like this crazy girl who pretended to be a horse and would like crawl on the floor and make noises, and this is like that, but 10 times worse. Because now we have to affirm it. Also, sounds like it's a regression thing.
I think maybe we're doing this because our lives aren't special enough, that we use fantasy as an escape to avoid the self-improvement we all need, that maybe we should just go out and grow as people.
Even with these fursuits, a lot of them seem very cartoony and, you know, childlike. They don't seem like actual animals. So I'm thinking this is some escapism as well for these adults. And this is scary because it feels like we're devolving. Like, oh, my feelings. I feel like a cat. I'm a cat then, and you must refer to me as a cat. This will be mainstream soon enough as well. We're seeing these kids do it, then I don't know. My problem is that if someone starts barking at me and you tell me I have to affirm that identity, that's an issue for me. Like, I'm gonna call the cops. You can't start crawling on the floor and barking around me, because I mean, you want to do that at home, do that at home, but that is strange. That's not normal human behavior. Like, I'm sorry that you think you're an animal. I hate to break it to you, but you're not.
Being fully out.
I don't care.
He was he's female at the time. I remember that he showed up with a little like dog nose painted on.
She identifies as a dog? Oh, sorry, he? It? It identifies, it's clearly a male dog, my bad.
My family, for example, I think they have a general idea that I'm into.
Sure, let's pretend that this is all normal, because we have to be afraid of hurting people's feelings.
I got a question asking what it means to be trans species.
We shouldn't be comparing this to trans people. You know, if someone's like an actual transgender person, they know that they have gender dysphoria, they've been to therapy and stuff, presenting themselves as a member of the opposite gender, and that's how they live in society. And yeah, that's great. You do you, sort of live and let live. But it should not be compared to people crawling on the floor, barking, and forcing others to affirm their animal identity. I don't think we should be comparing those two things.
Desire to physically transition to be as non-human as possible, and the species dysphoria I experience.
Yeah, but you can't force other people to play along with that fantasy. I'm sorry.
The word means something different to different people, so that's important to remember.
They always say this. It's a different thing to different people. Then how can we even have a definition if it's always changing? Imagine looking up a definition and it's just like, whatever you feel it is.
Saying, basically having a species in a way that's different than the typical human experience.
I wonder what he, she, it, they, him, zer believes that, what animal do they think this is? What animal is this? I have never seen an animal look like that ever in my life, with these big, red, beady eyes and these huge deformed ears, bigger than the face. What animal is this? Or what fantasy creature? What is it? If you post this on the internet, you have to understand there are all sorts of people will view it, and we can have opinions on it. We don't have to blindly agree with the fact that you are an animal. People are allowed to question that. That's not real. There's no way.
He enjoys being with his pack members, and he is...
Represent me as a wolf. I have black fur. This is black fur ears, black fur tail. It's nicely made.
Why not be like that guy? There was a documentary who actually lived with a pack of wolves. and he had to eat the raw flesh of the animals, and this isn't real commitment. Putting on the fluffy tail or the ears, that's not real commitment. They should watch that documentary.
This is Shaun Ellis. Has led him to live life as a wolf.
Personally, it's cost family, home, security, financial commitment. Everything is gone.
They only seem to pick the cute little quirky things, right? Like the little ears or whatever. I watched my German Shepherd catch a rabbit last weekend, and she tore that thing apart. I watched her eat the entire rabbit, guys. Bones, flesh, skin, everything. I tried to take it away from her. No, she was growling. She was not having it. She was going to eat this thing, and she did. I watched her eat the entire thing. So animals are animals. So I'm just wondering, are these people eating raw meat? Like, are they catching animal? Like, what are...
I'm a witch. I will listen to music that induce shifts. I will slowly begin mental shifting, and I will let my thoughts, my memories, my cravings, what I would want in that moment. This means I must be a dog therian because I, want to be taken on walks. This means I'm a horse therian because, I have a phantom shift of having hooves.
Yeah, that sounds like maladaptive daydreaming. And that's where I think therapy would be a fantastic option, truly.
Listen to me carefully. The cable is out. The cable?
What animal is that? What is that supposed to be?
What the? No! No! Back!
That is terrifying.
I lost a connection to the human race a long time ago. I never really felt like I could be a part of them. I always felt like I was on that outskirt, like I wasn't a human. The closest thing I can describe to this is orc. I've always loved orc culture and I feel very, very accustomed to them. And it feels real when I describe myself as an orc.
Orc culture? Also, he says it feels real. It doesn't matter what it feels like. It's not. It's not real. Reality check. You're not an orc. I'm sorry I have to tell you that. Okay, so in conclusion, if you're doing this and you're not hurting yourself or others, then that's great. Okay, you do you. If it's not interfering with your work or your ability to have healthy relationships, then that's fine. If it is, I would say that's a problem. And I would also say it's a huge issue when you think that you have the right to start forcing other people to affirm your identity. That's all for today's video, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Please remember to hit that subscribe button and the notification bell and follow me on Instagram, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.